how to actually achieve long-term goals without burning out. Let me ask you something. Have you ever set a big goal, got super motivated for like 3 days, then slowly watched that motivation disappear? Yeah, same. You told yourself, this is my year. I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna get fit, get disciplined, get straight A's, build that channel. And then life happened. School got stressful, you got tired, you missed one day, and somehow that one missed day turned into quitting. Here's what no one tells you. It's not that you're lazy, it's not that you lack ambition. You just tried to chase a goal without building a system. And that changes everything. Let's talk about it. The problem with big goals. Big goals sound powerful. Lose 20 pounds, get a 4.0 GPA, start a business, become financially independent. They feel exciting, but they also feel heavy. Because when you focus only on the outcome, you start asking, how far am I? Why am I not there yet? Why is this taking so long? And that's where most people quit, especially students. You already have exams, assignments, family expectations, social pressure. Your brain is overloaded. So when you add a massive long-term goal on top of that, it feels impossible. But here's the shift that changed everything for me. Stop obsessing over the goal. Start building the system. Pause for a second. This is important.
Goals versus systems, the mindset shift. A goal is the result you want. A system is what you do every day. Example, goal, get fit. System, work out 4 times a week plus eat protein daily. Goal, get better grades. System, study 45 minutes every weekday at 6 p.m. Goal, grow a YouTube channel. System, script every Saturday, film every Sunday, post every Wednesday. See the difference? The goal is the destination. The system is the routine. And here's the secret. If your system is solid, the goal becomes inevitable. But most people do the opposite. They hype themselves up for the goal, but they never design the daily structure. So let's fix that. Step 1, shrink the goal. Make it stupidly clear. Big goals are blurry. I want to be successful. Okay, what does that even mean? Instead, define it clearly. Not I want better grades, but I want to increase my math grade from 72% to 85% this semester. Not I want to be fit, but I want to lose 5 kilograms in 4 months. Clarity reduces anxiety because now you're not chasing a dream, you're working toward a target. But here's where most people mess up. They stop there. They define the goal, they feel productive, and then what? Nothing changes because the real work begins after the goal is clear. Step 2, turn the goal into a repeatable system. Now ask yourself, what would someone who already achieved this goal do daily? If you want straight A's, what does a straight A student do consistently? They don't cram one night before exams. They review notes weekly. They ask questions. They study even when they don't feel like it. That's the system. So instead of writing, my goal is to get fit, write, my system is gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8,000 steps daily, no sugary drinks on weekdays. See how specific that is? Now you don't wake up asking, should I work out today? It's already decided. And that removes decision fatigue, which is huge when you're a student juggling everything.
Step 3, make the system so small you can't fail. Here's where people burn out. They go from 0 to 100. Never studied consistently. I'll study 4 hours daily. Never worked out. I'll go to the gym 6 days a week. That's not discipline. That's emotional excitement. And emotional excitement fades. Instead, lower the bar. So low it feels almost silly. Want to start studying consistently? Start with 30 minutes. Every day, same time. Want to build a reading habit? 5 pages per day. Want to start creating content? 1 short script per week. Small systems beat intense bursts because consistency builds identity, and identity builds long-term success.
You don't become successful by hitting one big goal. You become successful by becoming the type of person who shows up daily. Let that sink in. Step 4. Track the system, not the result. This one changed my mindset completely. Stop tracking the outcome. Track the action. Instead of checking your weight every morning, track how many workouts you completed this week. Instead of obsessing over your GPA, track how many focused study sessions you did. Instead of checking your subscriber count every hour, track how many videos you uploaded this month. Because here's the truth. You can't fully control results. You can control effort. And when you start winning daily effort, you build momentum. And momentum feels powerful. It feels like progress even before the big result shows up. Step 5. Design for bad days. This is where most people fail. Let's be real. You will have bad days. You'll feel tired, unmotivated, stressed, maybe even question everything. The mistake? Thinking discipline means never struggling. No, real discipline means having a minimum version of your system. Example, your normal study system is 45 minutes. On a bad day, minimum is 10 minutes. Your normal workout is 45 minutes. On a bad day, do 10 push-ups. That's it. Why? Because the goal isn't perfection, it's identity. You're protecting the identity of someone who shows up, even if it's messy, even if it's small. And this is what keeps long-term goals alive.
Step 6. Detach emotion from action. This is hard to hear, but you don't need to feel motivated to take action. You just need a schedule. Most people wait until they feel ready, but successful students, creators, athletes, they don't wake up motivated every day. They follow their system, even when they don't feel like it. And here's something crazy. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Once you start studying, you feel productive. Once you start working out, you feel stronger. Once you start creating, ideas start flowing. But it only happens after you begin. So don't wait for motivation. Design your environment. Set your study desk up the night before. Lay your gym clothes out. Block distracting apps. Make the right action easier than the wrong one. That's system thinking. The long game. This is where most people quit. Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. Long-term goals are boring. There's no dramatic movie montage. It's repetition, week after week, month after month. And sometimes you won't see visible results for a while. That's the uncomfortable part. But if you stay consistent with your system, one day you'll look back and think, when did I become this disciplined? When did I get this confident? It won't feel sudden. It'll feel earned. And that feeling is way better than short-term hype. Quick recap. Save this. If you want to achieve long-term goals, 1. Get clear on the exact outcome. 2. Turn it into a daily or weekly system. 3. Make the system small and realistic. 4. Track actions, not results. 5. Create a minimum version for bad days. 6. Stop waiting for motivation. Rely on structure. That's it. Not glamorous, not viral, but powerful. Final words. You don't need a new personality. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You just need better systems. So here's your challenge. Tonight, not next week, not next month, tonight, pick one long-term goal, break it into one small, repeatable system, and commit to it for 30 days. No drama, no overthinking, just showing up. Because if you can master systems, you can master your future. Let's level up together.